Good morning, guys. I'm in Bogota right now. I'm walking to the airport. I've got a flight in about 3 hours to Leticia, which is in the Amazon region of Colombia. I've never been there before. I'm very excited to check it out. I've heard great things about the Amazon. So join me as we fly to the Colombian Amazon region and Leticia. Let's go check it out.
Text me on WhatsApp.
No, I'm booking.
Send me on WhatsApp.
Contigo en cabina en los compartimientos superiores, mientras piensas... Queridos pasajeros, les informamos que, por disposición de la Autoridad de Salud, el derecho de la aeronave.
What is going on, guys? We just touched down in Leticia, and for the first time of both of our lives, we are in the Amazon region of South America. So if you don't know, Leticia is in the furthest southeastern corner of Colombia, right on the border of Peru and Brazil, where the three countries meet at one point. That's where Leticia is. Part of the town kind of spills onto the Brazilian side. Doesn't look like there's much going on the Peruvian side, but you can take a boat from there all the way to Iquitos, which is a big city further into the jungle in Peru. So now, what's our first order of business, Beata? We have a reservation at a hostel.
I think we walk towards the hostel and get some food and beer or snack, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's about a 3.5 kilometer walk. It's an interesting place. It's kind of cool out. It's no gas. It's not very hot. I expect it to be hotter and more humid. And the airport is nice and modern and clean. Interesting for such a small area. Anyways, let's go see what Leticia has to offer, eh?
Direction.
I think this way. Let's try this way. How about all these advertisements over there on that wall? We're in the middle of the jungle. It feels like there's very little going on, and yet there's still advertisements all over the place. This is surprisingly developed and modern. I expected it to be a lot more rustic and less developed and yeah, off the beaten path. That's a modern looking home.
More like a magic mic.
Look at that big clean looking building over there.
Close eyes, sunny.
Look at this guy. He's rolling around in the road.
Straight?
Yep. Check out these rustic wooden homes over here. How about that, man? Those look so cool under these huge palm trees. Another side note, something I forgot to mention earlier, the hostel that we booked is actually officially just over the Brazilian border, according to the map, like a couple hundred meters over the border. I don't think there will be any official border crossing or passport control. It looks like it's the whole area. There's no really passport control until you leave the area. Annoying dog. That was kind of disappointing, actually. We just crossed the border without even realizing it. There's absolutely no sign, no control of any kind, but we're in Brazil now officially. A couple people have pointed us in the direction of our hostel. It seems like people knew exactly where we're going when they saw us walking out this way. Yeah, we're a ways out of town now, just in the middle of the well, I don't know, the suburbs, I guess. Man, it's not even raining, it's not even particularly muddy, and yet the path is quite slippery. I've come close to falling several times already. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before I fall flat on my face. Hopefully, yeah, for entertainment's sake. Whoopa! That would have been funny. Good content. Here we are, camping Xingu. Now we are not staying at, well, we got beds at the place. Apparently they also have beds. I mean, they better, because we reserved to. Are you seriously barking at me? Do you want to be kicked in the face? All right, we checked into our hostel. It's pretty nice, rustic, of course, quite rustic, very cheap, the cheapest one by far that we saw on Booking, and apparently, according to people there, it's the cheapest one in town. It's nice. Checked in, left our stuff. Now we're going to go for a walk, look for some food, probably buy some groceries because there's a kitchen, and let's just explore Leticia, see what's going on. So there is no border in the town. Like, even though the town straddles the border, you can just cross into Brazil back and forth with no control or anything, so that's kind of cool. Check out those huts over there. They're all elevated, and they're kind of in a swampy area. Ooh, this murky looking water here. Yeah, they're in a swampy, muddy area, all elevated a meter or two above the water. Very interesting area here. And here we are in the center of Leticia, the Central Plaza. It's very nice, very developed, clean. I mean, not clean as far as garbage, but like modern looking.
You can go on the towers.
Oh yeah. Check it out, guys. We found it. We found the spot where they have a sign that tells you Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. This is the crossroads right here. I guess Brazil is that way, we're in Colombia, and Peru is this way, to the port. Should we go down to the port, find out how much the boat ticket costs? Let's do it. So this is the Amazon River behind us over here, and these are, I guess, these little floating shops and restaurants and bars. Over there, there's the immigration office, which appears to also be floating on the Amazon. Very cool. Look at this. Floating stuff here. Cool.
Look at the tree in the water. Look at all these trees in the water.
The trees, oh yeah.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah, it's so cool,
This is the Amazon, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is super cool. Just full of stuff floating everywhere. Full of stuff. Oh my goodness.
¿Qué tal en Puerto Larreño? Allá en el momento todavía no.
Monstrous fruit. Yes, that's it.
All water.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's all water, and there's just trees that grow out of the water. Everywhere water. Ooh, filthy on this side though. Ay, ay. Look at all that trash.
Just throw everything inside, man. That's
sad.
Look.
And oh, more trash right there. On cue, she throws more trash in. Anyways, they've got this kind of cool concrete walkway here, elevated walkway over the, I guess it's part of the Amazon River here. It's beautiful. You can stroll right through.
an old fridge.
Old fridge. Wow. There are banana trees growing in the river, and there's those tiny orange fruits. I don't know if you can see them on this camera, but there are fruits growing in there as well. And check out this is the elevated village here. I don't know, it's not a floating village, it's just a village on stilts in the Amazon River, right here in Leticia. Everything looks out of place here. What is this big, what do you call it, float or barge? Big old barge just floating here on the side of the river.
You need a TV?
No? Why, you found one?
Yeah, there.
Oh yeah, let's go fish it out. There's an old TV, one of the big box kinds from probably the 90s or something. That's a beautiful house. That one is so nice. Oh man, that's a nice house.
This one.
Some big barges carrying tractors, big machines, and over here another extension of the floating village. Yeah, that would be interesting to walk on these little wooden planks, eh?
Alright. This is fun.
Vengo decidida a sacarte mi vida.
Let's go see if this leads back to town. It leads in the direction of the central plaza, but I don't know how far it goes. What do you think? Can we get back to town walking on this thing?
Sure.
We might end up at that military base, the Armada thing there.
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Man, this is so cool to me. I don't think, yeah, I've never seen anything like this before. A village on stilts, elevated village in the Amazon, pure jungle everywhere. Unfortunately, there is a lot of garbage, but it's still pretty unreal. There's still a ton of, yeah, what are those?
I don't know.
Cool looking birds. Unfortunate about so much garbage everywhere. Man, this thing shakes a lot as we walk on it. I'm probably a little bit on the big end to be walking on this. We're almost at the end of the path when I asked that lady. She's like, yeah, you can see it. It's like 10 steps in front of you.
Of course. I'm asking, why did you ask her?
Oh, I wasn't looking up. I was looking down, watching my feet as I walked on that shaky little plank of wood. Oh my goodness. Check out that fancy Western style building. It looks so out of place in an otherwise fairly rustic area. We just stopped off at the little supermarket that we passed by on our way in to buy some food. And so it's directly on the Colombian-Brazilian border, according to the map. But it seems like the whole town is officially part of Colombia. Like, you don't have to go through immigration or anything unless you go like quite a bit further out of the town into Brazil. And so in the supermarket, the prices are all in reals, Brazilian reals. And the guy working there spoke only Portuguese, even though everyone else in town seems to speak only Spanish, and everywhere else the prices are just in Colombian pesos. So I was just wondering if I've ever seen that before, where in a single town, meters apart, you'll have different businesses with prices in two different currencies and people working who speak different languages. I mean, that's not as uncommon. Yeah, super interesting vibe here, right on the Brazilian, Colombian, Peruvian border. Anywho, we spent a whole day walking around. I'm absolutely zonked from the travel and the poor sleep last night and probably the heat. So I think our plan is just to go back to the hostel, chill out until tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I will check in with you guys in the next one here in the Amazon. See you soon.